We have Glendale Teachers Association.
President Sahakian, esteemed members of the school board, Superintendent Watson's staff, respected colleagues, students, and members of our community. My name is Taline Arsenian. I'm the granddaughter of genocide survivors, the daughter of immigrants, the mother of two Capitol Hoover alumni, a 26-year GUSD math teacher, and the proud president of the Glendale Teachers Association, the educator-led union of over 1,300 educators who work to make Glendale Unified School District one of the best in the nation. Happy Native American Heritage Month, and thank you to Glendale Education Foundation for financially supporting teacher visions. Today, as the elected president of the Glendale Teachers Association, I feel the urgency to address publicly the recent presidential election, its potential impacts on our students in our schools, and the power and responsibility that we all have as GUSD leaders and stakeholders at this moment in American history. It is no secret that GTA's national union, the National Education Association, did not endorse the president-elect and has grave concerns about his administration's agenda for public schools. During his previous term, he was not a supporter of public education or labor unions. Should the Project 2025 platform guide his policies during this next term, we may see the dismantling of the Department of Education, the elimination of Title I funding and Head Start programs, withholdings of federal funds from schools that teach honest and accurate history, the elimination of Pell Grants for college students, censorship of inclusive curriculum and what teachers can say, banning of books students can read, codification of laws that discriminate against LGBTQ+ students and employees, expansion of a national voucher program, reduction of workers' rights to due process, organize, collectively bargain, and advocate for students nationally, and an en masse deportation of immigrant students and their families. Not only are these potential policies not aligned with the vision of our public school labor organizations, they are not aligned with the policies of the GUSD School Board, the California Department of Education, and the California Education Code that, among other things, ensures, and I quote, all students and staff of primary, elementary, junior high, and senior high schools have the inalienable right to attend campuses that are safe, secure, and peaceful, end quote. While the majority of Californians did not vote for the president-elect, a growing minority of Californians did cast ballots for him, including many who send their children to public schools. So, for public schools, we must unite. Because if we are not cautious and coordinated, the Project 2025 vision for public schools could be implemented, and that will have devastating impacts on GUSD students, families, and employees. Fortunately, in the United States of America, a president does not have unlimited power. Even after the election, he remains accountable to the American people. This includes accountability to approximately 3.2 million educators who teach in American public schools, and among them, the 1,300 plus educators in GUSD who belong to local, state, and national unions that have already begun the work to protect public schools from the harm that may come. Throughout the nation, public school educators are mobilized and ready to fight for the wellness of our students, the safety of our classrooms, the funding of our schools, and the future of public education. As NEA President Pringle said, and I quote, "As a union, we know how to stand up for one another, and that's just what we will do. As educators, we know how to stand up to bullies, and that's just what we will do." And in GUSD, educators know during this critical time in history that our students are watching to see what the adults will do. I urge you as a school board to publicly, earnestly, and without pause, join the fight against policies that threaten the safety of all students, their ability to succeed, and their ability to receive the inclusive and honest education that they need, among other things, to become informed voters when they reach age 18, and maybe even presidential candidates when they advance at age 35. In closing, I remind you of the profound responsibility that each of us carries to protect the right of every student to knowledge, to uphold the principles of our democracy, and to ensure that public education remains a beacon of hope, opportunity, and unity for all. Together, we can face any challenge, but only if we are united in our commitment to these ideals. Thank you for your time, your service to our community, and your dedication to the future of our students and our schools.